In this section, we will look at the sweep. Let's select the sweep and let's take a look at the circle. And maybe we have the circle to be smaller, maybe 5. And we need to have half so I can get into helix. And in helix, you can play around with the radius, start radius, end radius. You can play around with the angle that it ends and the height and other attributes. So let's put our helix, our circle into the sweep and put our helix underneath the circle. So you see, this is something that you can create. At this helix, you can still tweak the attributes of the helix, and you can also still tweak the radius of the circle. So other than having this open spline, you can just drag it out, and I just delete the helix. You can choose a star. So now I drag the star below the circle, and you see what I get. At the inner radius, I can open it up bigger, and maybe I can have lesser point. Maybe I can have 5 points. Then the circle, I can reduce the size of the circle, and this is what we get. Let's take a look at the sweep here, what you can play around. You can play around the end scale to make it smaller, so you know that around this area is the end area. And you can play around with the start glow. You can play around with the end growth. So you can take a look at the cap. Basically, this is like when you close it up. When you have this end growth at halfway, you'll see that open cap here. So you can get into the cap and make sure that you have the size. You increase the round shape size. So you can play around with the end growth, open growth. So this is sweep.